Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to show you how to do a DIY on making a fire briquette out of toilet paper tubes. And there's two types I want to show you. There's this one and another that you use toilet paper and shredded paper. Okay, so these are really handy when you have your rocket stove, a multi-fuel stove, or just those basically the coffee can stove. Any wood-burning stove would do, but this is just something simple that you can go ahead and you can basically soak this in like oil, or you can just pour just fluid on it, and it would catch on fire really well. But this is just so that once you have a fire going, you can keep feeding this into your wood burning stove, your mini stoves. So basically for hiking, camping, that kind of thing. I'm not sure if it's going to be sufficient fuel. I guess if you have a ton of them, it would work really well for an ongoing stove. But this right here is great for just the smaller hiking stoves, boil water, whatnot, where you just have to use a few logs. But we're going to show how they burn a little bit later. And like I said, we have this one out of pure paper tubes, and then we have another one where we use paper tube and shredded paper, and this is just really easy to make. Both of these are. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so first thing you're going to do is you have your paper tube, right? And TP tube, paper tube. Anyhow, what you're going to do is I start by flattening the paper, okay? Flatten the tube. Doesn't have to be super flat, but it'll work, okay? And what you want to do is start on one side and just fold. Start rolling the tube, okay? This is going to build your inside core of the fire briquette, okay? And at this point, it's kind of up to you, but you can put cotton in there, dryer lint. It's kind of some cool ideas that I was thinking about, and then I guess at that point you could maybe leave some out, and then you can make a fire starter if you wanted to. So and what I typically do is I'll leave like just a little lip open like that, okay? So hopefully you can see that okay. And then what I'll do is then now it's time to get another tube, and you just keep building off of the first inside tube. You know, I'll put it in there, and I'll usually fold the fold it over and just start rolling. So let me tuck it in there a little bit better, and like I said, you just keep rolling on top, okay? Just make sure you compact it as good as you can. Now if you don't want to be holding the tube there, you can always get some tape. Doesn't really matter on the type of tape. And I just got some masking tape here, and I'll just tear a little piece. You can just stick it there, right? That's it. That's your inner core. And then what you'll do, as you'll see, you just keep building, and it'll make the entire tube. And what's cool is you can even, like I said, you can soak it, even make like those buddy burners. But in the meantime, you just keep folding, okay? So let me build this up a little bit. Actually, you might be able to see it just fine. Okay, so there's a core. Another core. And usually I'll get it thick enough, maybe after using about 3 tubes. And what I like to do also with the other tubes is get the tubes, and then you can even kind of fold it a little bit, make a U shape, and you could put it inside like that, okay? And then what you do is you can get the next one and just flatten it also, and just keep rolling it. So there's different ways that you can do this. Eventually, you're going to want to get it to the point where you have it thick enough, and you can use these pieces that you've already rolled. Okay, and just keep stuffing them and keeping them together, rolling them on one another. And what you'll do is you're gonna hold it. Sorry, you do have to keep folding it. Sorry, I don't think you can see that part. See? You'll go again. There you go. Keep rolling and fold it. And you see how I'm building it? So you're gonna keep building. Keep adding a tube. You're gonna have to again fold, and it's not gonna really get any easier. Just gotta keep me tilt that a little bit better. Not gonna get any easier. You really have to squeeze these things. Get another tube, put on top. See? They're all different sizes. Doesn't really matter. Just have to keep doing that. Add another tube on top. It's easier if you keep bending it. Oh, grab another tube. See, it's starting to get a little bit tighter. So you get the idea there. We're going to keep going till we finish. And then what I want to do is I want to show you guys how to make the shredded one. Shredded paper. That one's super easy. It's not even like this. Now, don't get me wrong, the other one is not as dense. This one's like super dense, you know? So this one's like I said, a little bit more dense. Oops. Gotta fold it. That's why it's important. You gotta keep squeezing these tubes and rolling it. And then it comes to a point where it's going to be super difficult, but I'll show you right now and you'll see what I'm talking about here. So it already doesn't, you know, got to keep pushing. Eventually it'll be there. So there's that, and I might be able to do, I don't know, I might be able to do one more. We'll see. Maybe we can. Oh, that tube's not as long. Trying to find another tube kind of the same size. Guess it doesn't matter. You know, we're gonna end up burning these things anyway, right? So you can try. I don't know if I'll be able to fit another one on there. I'm gonna try. Let's see. Sorry, I have you guys can't really see this right now, but I'm trying to squeeze it the best that I can. So this one barely fitting. And that's it. It's as tight as it gets, so it's a good fit. And like I said, had I maybe left some dryer lint, you know, out a little bit, maybe might still be able to stuff some cotton in that little gap right there. But this is kind of cool because then you can, you know, you can put a piece of, you know, maybe magnesium shavings or something in there, and you can still technically use it as a fire starter. But like I said, I don't think that there's enough fibers and like just like the normal tinder that you would get out of the cotton ball, or like, let's just say, pine needles or something like that. So anyway, this is just a more modern, like I said, the Fire Briquette. It's great for your stoves. It's pretty dense, and this is just the first one. So like I said, it's just a quick do it yourself out of paper tubes, spare paper tubes. So let's get ready for the next one. I'm going to show you how to make one out of shredded paper. All right, so on to the next. Okay guys, now for number 2, right? Number 2, this is the Fire Briquette, and this one is going to be the one made out of shredded paper. Okay, so we just need one tube, some shredded paper. Let me see if I can get a better view for you guys. And this is not very clean, so it's a little bit messy. But all in all, they're pretty solid, and they'll do the job. Okay, so this is just another version of that Fire Briquette that I was showing you out of spare tubes. First thing that you're gonna need, okay, is just a container, something small, and of course you're gonna need some tubes. Okay, so you need those. You're gonna fill them up. Okay, so I'll show you in a minute. Now I'm lucky enough that I have a micro shredder. Okay, I have a micro shredder that makes tiny pieces. This is called a micro shredder, and when you put paper through it, well, it shreds it super fine, like kind of like a confetti shredder, anything like that. If you don't have something like this, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to actually get the pieces of paper. You might have to tear them up, soak them longer in water. In this particular situation, we need the clear bucket, we need some confetti, and of course water. And this is super simple. And what I like to do is I just like to fill the tub. Okay, I like to fill my clear tub with a little bit more confetti in there. And what I like to do is, like I said, is just make I just make like a little, like a thick, kind of like almost like a paste, right? So all that I'm gonna do here is just put a little bit of water till we get the right consistency, and just mix in the paper. Just keep mixing it, guys. Okay, and again, you're gonna just put the little bit, add more water, so you get the right amount of consistency. And we're gonna keep going. See, it's still not wet enough. The paper's not sticking, and what you want is you want it to start sticking to each other. You can see that it's already starting to do that. It's kind of starting to clump, and that's where you want to start seeing that. So let's keep going. Add a little bit more water. And really, you won't need too much water, not for this. You know, and whatever excess water that you do have, you're just gonna squeeze out. Okay, so we're talking about the right consistency, and let me see if I can get a better view there. this may not be enough still to fill one tube. Those tubes can carry quite a bit of paper. And let me just carry over some more. Hopefully you guys don't get too bored. Don't get bored. Don't fall asleep on me, guys. All right, so just keep pouring some more water. Let's get the right consistency. Really squeeze it in there. And now, this is kind of what you want right here. A little mushy. Not too wet. Not too wet. And the reason being is because these tubes, the toilet paper tubes, or just any thin wall tube like this, it's not going to be able to withstand being soaked with water for too long before it starts to really fall apart. And I mean that, because it definitely will fall apart. So what I like to do is kind of just try to lump as much of this stuff together. And what you're going to do now is you got to do it quickly, okay? And just scoop it in there. Start stuffing it. And you'll feel it on the other end. See, it's already going through. But hurry and just kind of stuff it down. And same thing on the opposite side. Start pushing down. Grab as much of the paper that you can, and then you can kind of smooth it out. You just squeeze it out a little bit. So that's it. It's wet, right? And what you'll do is just set it off to the side. Okay? You're going to go ahead and just right outside your bucket. You know, you want to do this when it's sunny, and just put it somewhere to dry. And that's it. And ultimately you will have tubes that you can use. They're rock hard. And they'll burn decent. Like I said, these right here, you know, I don't know if you want to use these briquettes really as fire starters, but they will definitely burn and keep burning for a little bit. So anyway, the next thing is I'll have to wait a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how they burn. But that's how you make some just do-it-yourself fire briquettes. You have this version, and lastly you have the other version. So now you have both versions, and you guys can make the ones that is best suitable, or I guess the easiest for you guys to make. So just thought I'd put that out there. And check out my site. It's questgear.weebly.net. And don't forget to subscribe, guys. Please leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. I want to know what what any other ideas you guys may have with these fire briquettes. So, all right, take care, and until next time, talk to you soon. Bye.